Hello there.
Oh man, every time I start a new show on the channel, the vibes are always immaculate. I always start with an absolute smile. I always try to bring the energy no matter what. So, a couple of days ago, I put a poll out, and the 4 suggestions for the shows were Dexter, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Prison Break, and The Walking Dead. And there were so many comments. There were so many fantastic comments. And I'm like, you know what? I'm Elie Moses. I do things differently on this channel. I can handle 2 or 3 shows at once on the channel. I've done this before, and at the moment, we just finished 19 days of Severance. I did 19 Severance uploads in 19 days, and I'm just like, what's stopping me from handling 2 or 3 shows at once? We're doing absolutely fantastic with the X-Files at the moment, and I'm just like, you know what? I am going to give Prison Break Season 1 a go, because I've heard nothing but great things about Prison Break Season 1 since when I started the Buffy reactions and the Lost reactions. A lot of people have always mentioned Prison Break Season 1 in particular. And at the same time, I looked at it, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I'm just like, oh, these are only 23-minute episodes. I'm just like, I can sprinkle in a little bit of It's Always Sunny, add a little comedic show in between the X-Files and Prison Break, and eventually I want to get to The Walking Dead as well, because that's also, I think, like 11 or 12 seasons, and I'm watching the X-Files at the moment, which is also 11 seasons and 2 movies, so I'm just like, I'm already doing an 11-season show, let's do one that's a little bit less with Prison Break, and then move on to The Walking Dead, and then the other ones that you guys suggested in the comments, Fringe, The Good Place, Twin Peaks. There were so many fantastic suggestions. A couple of them I have seen in my own time. I do watch shows in my own time. I'm more of a movie buff, and that's why you see a lot of shows on the channel, because shows are the ones that I tend to have never gotten around. But yeah, what's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shitty shot, and today we are going to be starting Prison Break for the very, very first time. We're going to start with the pilot episode. I have never seen footage of this show. Usually I provide a disclaimer. If I have seen a clip or something from the TV series or something that I do know, I will say it at the beginning. But for instance, when I went into Lost, I'm like, guys, I've never seen actually anything from this. Same with Buffy, same with like what was the other show, Angel, Dollhouse, Firefly. Never seen any footage, like just to name a few that I've seen on the channel. I will provide a disclaimer if I've seen anything. Like I remember starting Severance and I said, oh, by the way, guys, I've seen this clip from Severance on my Twitter For You page of Mark Scout running in a hallway, and it was like a beautiful one-take scene. I had no idea what episode that was from, of what season, and then I found out which episode and what season it was later on. I'm just like, oh, that's the one I've seen before. I'll usually provide a disclaimer. Prison Break, still nothing. So let's get into the reaction. Let's watch this pilot for the very first time. Let's have some fun with this thing. And as always, baby, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. So this show is actually on Disney Plus and Netflix here. So this is a great thing, because the last show that I watched that was also on Disney Plus and Netflix was Lost. So we all know how well that did. 16:9 aspect ratio 2 to begin. Oh, I am hella excited.
It takes guys a few years to get the ink through that.
I don't have a few years. Wish to hell I did.
I love how that tattooed is still bloodied and he puts on a white button up. That's a flex. Hey, she was reveling in her artwork, man. She was loving that. She spent a few months on that. She's like, that's her Mona Lisa. Immediately, I am getting GTA 5 Los Santos vibes. And I'm loving it. This guy been doing a lot of research. Bro got the 5090 graphics card. Damn.
Where is he?
It's lunchtime. He's at White Castle.
White Castle.
It's a fast food restaurant. They serve those little square burgers.
I know what it is.
I love the composure of this lady.
I'm not playing games.
Sir, you have $500,000 cash in your bag. Don't you think it would be better?
Bro intentionally wants to get caught. He dressed like an FBI agent.
I'm not, Your Honor.
He is, Your Honor.
Perhaps you should heed your representation's advice. Take some additional time to consider your response.
I've already done that, Your Honor.
Hey, this is a man that knows what he wants. I love it.
I'll retire to my chambers to determine sentencing. Court's recessed until 1:30.
Immediately, we're about 3 minutes in, and I love the fast-paced start already in terms of like establishing a little bit of the premise with this guy getting inked up, full body tats besides his head, or mainly his upper body, and then straight away him throwing the hard drive off the balcony, him obviously doing a lot of research before this, so clearly there's something at play here. Him doing an armed robbery at the bank, obviously given up pretty easy, which means it's intentional, or he's been told by somebody to do this, or he needs to do this. And then the court case immediately in the first 3 minutes, nothing dragged out, straight to the point, very quick, and established our protagonist very calm, cool, collected, but as well can be emotional with his interaction with his nephew right there. So yeah, first 3 minutes already like established a lot.
Take this well.
Can you blame him? He's your nephew. He's beginning to get the idea that anybody he attaches himself to is going to end up in prison. Don't you understand? You just put the book in that woman's hand, and she's going to lob it at you like a grenade.
Ja Morant.
Justice and punishment are the same thing to her.
I know.
Then will you please tell me what's going through your head?
We've been over this.
I've known you my entire life. You don't have a violent bone in your body.
Given your lack of prior criminal conduct, I am inclined toward probation. However, the fact that you discharged a deadly weapon during the commission of the crime suggests malice to me. For that reason, I find it incumbent that you see the inside of a prison cell, Mr. Schofield. For the term of your sentence, I'm setting it at 5 years. You'll be eligible for parole in half that time. Sentence to be carried out immediately.
Hey, he had that little grin forming right there. He's like, perfect. That's what I need. Perfect. Michael Schofield.
For one,
You religious man, Schofield.
never really thought about it.
Good, because the 10 Commandments don't mean a box of piss in here. We got 2 commandments and 2 only. The first commandment is you got nothing coming.
What's the second commandment?
See commandment number 1.
Gotcha.
Type 1 diabetes.
Man, brother, get some air conditioning up here, cuz. Crack over my mouth, man. Shit, to hell with that AC, man. Give me the crack up.
A lot of them have cell partners, so I wonder if Michael's gonna get his own cell partner.
What you looking at? Look kinda pretty to be
Oh yeah, he does
here,
have one here.
Fish.
Suggest you take a seat, Fish.
Oh,
Do up in here, but serve time.
oh, he's in
I'm gonna
this.
serve it for you.
I don't know his name, but I recognize him from Fast and Furious and Transformers.
Welcome to Disneyland, Fish.
His mannerisms and facial expressions thus far, the actor who plays Michael, are fantastic.
Good night.
I saw the way she was looking at Michael in that cell, man. But she got a ring on it, so there's a lot of history between Veronica and Michael, especially with Michael saying, I believe, he's known her all his life or represented him all his life, or most of his
Bay
life.
Street Deuce has got the hoops.
Who's the pet lover?
He'll deny it, but he's DB Cooper. Parachuted out of a plane 30 years ago with $1.5 million in cash.
Doesn't look like the type.
Who does?
Hey, what up, wholesale? You okay?
It's
It's gonna be greater later.
Yeah.
What you doing with this fish, man?
It's my new celly.
Huh.
Wholesale's got it wired up out of comp. Anything you want, I can get it for you.
You keep handing out my jacket. That's what I'm boy. Sure, great.
Man, you couldn't bust a grape in Napa with a set of cleats on. What are you talking
Man, you
about?
wanna bump your gun.
So
Oh,
he's
no, y'all ain't
this
talking
version of Cheeseburger Eddie.
Guy named Lincoln Burrows.
Link the sink?
That what they're calling him now?
Yeah, isn't he come at you with everything but the kitchen? Snowflake.
Where can I find him?
This guy's
Man
nicknames.
killed the vice president's brother. In a month, he's getting the chair, which means no one up this river is more dangerous than him, because he's got nothing to lose now. What are they gonna do? Kill him twice?
John Abruzzi, John Abruzzi.
John Abruzzi, John Abruzzi. Why you want to see Burroughs so bad anyhow?
Because he's my brother.
I was about to say that. I was like, they look very alike. I'm just like, damn, man. And your brother killed the vice president's brother? That's yeah. You might have to take that lick, bro.
I didn't kill that man, Michael.
Yeah, I say, what if his
Evidence
brother was
says you
framed?
did. I don't care what the evidence says. I didn't kill him.
Swear to me.
I swear to you, Michael. And whoever it was that set me up wants me in the ground as quickly as possible.
What's another word for love?
What's the context?
Oh, you know. Yeah, I love you so much, I never knocking over a liquor store again context. Except, classy. I'm gonna have her get on the Staten Island ferry. Then once she can see the Empire State Building, she opens the letter. It's like almost being there. For the fact that I won't be there.
Try passion.
Ooh, passion. That's dope. Passion. How do you spell that? Is it P-A-S-H?
Nah, bro.
No H?
I shouldn't be laughing. It's my bad.
Not Saturday, not Sunday, Friday. It's totally understood. I
Damn.
don't want hundreds, I don't want fives, I don't want ones. I know. 10s and 20s only.
They got Ben Affleck from Wish. Man, the last thing Michael needs right now is his nephew getting into this. Oh, yo, they're running routes. That's mad. They got a game going. Oh, bro. So many familiar
Abruzzi,
faces. What the
I need
heck?
you to hire me a PI. Wouldn't be too sure of that.
My mistake. Just what I need. A duck.
Now, we saw that in his office before, his penthouse.
You might find I can be of more assistance than you think.
Origami duck.
Mull it over.
Yeah, so? That's the son of a bitch that thing at Abruzzi. That's Fibonacci? I thought the punk was gone forever. Evidently, somebody found him.
Oh, this guy got crazy veneers, man.
This you're not gonna believe. What is it?
Tattoo looks fresh.
She was on the newspaper as well at the beginning.
I guess being a diabetic, you don't mind needles.
I'm Michael, by the way.
Schofield, I read your report.
And you are?
Dr. Tancredi will do.
Tancredi like the governor?
Yeah, he's done his research, man. He's done his research. Like I said, the newspapers before, everything's
I
connected.
think you find the daughter of Frontier Justice Frank working in a prison. As a doctor, no less.
I believe in being part of the solution, not the problem.
This episode has moved at such a brisk pace for the first 16 minutes, I'd say. And immediately you're being introduced to a lot of characters, a lot of sort of, I wouldn't call it exposition because it's moving so quick. And you can tell this show is really going to pay off, I feel like, if you have a keen eye for detail. Like, even those quick cuts at the beginning of the episode when Michael was tearing down the newspapers, you saw a lot of prominent figures in the newspaper articles. And I think this girl was one of them. And, like, already Michael saying, governor? Like, yeah, you can tell there's a lot of people that are related, a lot of people in positions of power or related to people in positions of power. And obviously, Michael's brother, as we've seen, allegedly killed the vice president's son. But there's so many moving parts already, and I can tell this show is going to reward a keen eye for detail. And Michael, I just want to say, hella good looking, bro. No homo, but hella good looking. Hella good looking.
Change you want to see in the world. What?
Those eyes are crazy. Hey,
That was just my senior quote.
That was you? This whole time I was thinking it was Gandhi.
You're flirting with the doctor.
Sit tight. Put direct pressure on that. I'll be back.
We're leaving a trail behind.
So, how do we play this? You hook me up with a few weeks' supply?
Nice try. No hypos on the.
I'm the farthest thing from a junkie. Trust me.
I got news for you, Michael. Trust me means absolutely zero inside these walls. The only way you're getting that insulin is if I'm administering it.
Guess we'll be seeing a lot of each other then.
I guess so.
Well, maybe it's time we arranged a visit with the good bishop then. Look, in 1 month, it'll all be over.
Shady Secret Service
The
agents.
Son of Man must be delivered into the hands
Shady
of
Bishop.
sinful men and be crucified, and the third day rise again. And they remembered his words, and so should you. Good day, gentlemen. May God be with you.
I'm getting you out of here.
Come on. Burroughs, roll it up. Happy hour's over.
It's impossible. Not if you design the place, it isn't.
That's a commercial cart right there.
To greeting card.
We gotta make a decision sooner or later. You know?
Oh, wedding
We have
invites.
time.
We don't, actually.
And I want to be your wife.
You gotta be show with these marriages these days, man.
Passion?
Come on.
What were you thinking?
You went for it.
She probably thinks I went sissy up in here. Passion. No, got more than one syllable? Too much talking. That's me from now on. One syllable sucre. Yes, no, love, hate, love.
Time.
Are you kidding? I proposed to her. That doesn't take time. See or no? One syllable, man. She's supposed to come around for a conjugal on Tuesday. She's always calling me beforehand, letting me know she's coming. This time, man, I ain't heard a peep.
He's gonna thank Michael so much.
You spooked her.
No. Trust me. Michael's got this.
Pope wants to see you.
No good, Fish. No one gets an audience with the Pope. Not unless he's real interested in what you got going on.
I love the nickname for
Top of the
Michael,
class,
Fish.
Loyola.
Fish out of water.
Cum laude.
New to this
I can't
environment.
help wondering what someone with your credentials is doing in a place like this. The reason I called you here, I noticed in your I-file, under occupation, you put down unemployed. That's not true now, is it? I know you're a structural engineer, Schofield. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal as a monument to his undying love for his wife. My wife is quite fond of the story. It appeals to the romantic in her.
Might have designed the place himself.
Being married to someone in corrections, terrible job. Wouldn't wish it on anyone. And yet, in 39 years, my wife has never complained. And the worst part of it is, I've never thanked her. So, because I couldn't say it, I thought, I could build it. Come June, it's our 40th anniversary.
Ooh.
But here, look. See, the problem is, I build any more, it's all going to come down like a house of cards. That's where I was hoping you could be of assistance.
Hey, quid pro quo. A favor for a
I can
favor.
offer you 3 days of work a week in here, and it'll keep you off the yard. It's better for me to owe you one in here than it is for you to owe me one. I can promise you that.
I'll take my chances.
Damn.
Then we're through here. Guard.
Yeah, the warden's tone switched up quickly, but at least that offer's probably still on the table.
Pot? What were you trying to do? Set a record?
Like that like that's pretty interesting right there. Like not many get an audience with Warden Pope like that, as it was established with his cellmate right there. And usually if it's an audience, it's not that welcoming of an audience. But like you saw there with Michael, Warden Pope was, pretty welcoming, and he knew where he was going with the conversation about helping him and stuff like that. But maybe later down the line, Michael may need that favor, because having those connections in high places can be rewarding in the end of the day. It's all about networking, man, even in prison.
It's not funny, LJ. You could be going to jail.
It's pretty obvious to me. You need some guidance.
Hey.
I'm guessing the mum is Michael's sister.
Who, old Daddy Warbucks?
Give him a chance. He's a good man.
We got nothing in common. Mom. Don't.
I'm about as excited by the prospect as you are, but something's got to give.
Okay.
You've got too much potential to be screwing up your life like this.
Sorry, Michael's sister-in-law, and his dad is Michael's brother. Potentially.
They'd sent you to Taylorville or Mary.
I think I'd be doing the same thing I'm doing in here. Eating Jell-O, drinking Kool-Aid.
I know what you're doing. It's not the luck of the draw that you're in here with Lincoln. You forget I know you, both of you. You two have the most dysfunctional idea of love I've ever seen. What, he beats you up to keep you off the street so you get yourself tossed into Fox River with him? To what? Save him?
Yeah, something like that.
I deserve to know I loved him as much as you did. Take care of yourself.
Someone wants him dead, Veronica. Something more is going on here.
This is desperation, Michael. You're grabbing at straws. You're in denial.
Maybe. But I can't watch him die. I won't do that.
It's worth a little digging. It is worth a little digging. I hope he doesn't think his brother was banging Veronica. Nah, surely not, right? Just representing him.
Gentlemen, what? I will not be cowed into forsaking my beliefs.
Everybody shady. Everybody shady.
You or anyone else. Admirable.
I love the aerial extreme wide long shots of the penitentiary.
I'm looking at the photos right now. Some bitches got beards, sunglasses, witness protection 5%.
Who was this someone?
No, there's no return address on the envelope. But just this folded up bird. Get a paper.
That's your boy.
Like origami?
That's your boy.
Yeah, like that. Like origami.
Michael planted the seeds on the outside so he can get those connections on the inside, man. Come on. You know how it works. I'm glad I watched The Wire on the channel before this show, because The Wire prepped me for this, I feel like. A little bit. He designed the place. He knows where that origami would have ended up.
You're Charles Westmoreland, right?
Do I know you?
Knew your wife before she passed.
You knew Marla?
Me and Ann.
How'd you know her?
We talked together in Boston.
East Farmington.
You mean West Wilmington?
No more tests. Promise.
He done his research.
Seems you know everything about me. Who are you?
Michael Schofield.
You want the Cooper story? I can't give it to you, because I'm not him.
It's too bad. Sort of wish it was true. And a legend.
Nowhere near as much as I wish it were true, friend. I'd have $1.5 million waiting for me on the outside. I doubt it.
That was eventually gonna happen in prison in general. Michael's gonna have to cop a few beatings. They are some close warning shots. You have my attention.
I totally misjudged you, Schofield. I didn't think you were the agitating type. Behavior like that will not be tolerated. 90 days in the shoe. That ought to be enough time to convince you of that fact.
90 days.
That's right.
That's no, the thing is in 1 month. The thing is in 1 month. Yeah.
I'm not of much value to you in the shoe.
Value?
This is where we exchange
Taj.
the favor back. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shame for the eighth wonder of the modern world to collapse because the stress isn't properly propagated.
Properly propagated.
Properly propagated.
The way he said properly
Joints are
propagated.
overlooked. They won't provide anywhere near the sheer strength the completed structure will need.
How much work are we talking?
You want it by when, June?
Yes.
Then we better get started. Wouldn't you say?
I love how Michael ended up dictating the terms right there. Easily swayed the warden right there. Easily swayed him. I have the high ground now. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. Bro, is this the bishop, bro? He's sleeping like a king. Ready to meet your maker, bishop? Imagine waking up and seeing the barrel of a suppressed pistol. That's crazy.
Michael was right.
Some shady shit going on. And I'm all for it.
Arrested.
For what?
Possession of marijuana. I figured he could use some fatherly advice before it's...
Gone forever?
I didn't mean that.
I know you didn't. Thanks, Lisa.
So Lisa's the baby mama, and then Veronica's the XX. The first true real love.
Dope, huh? Using or dealing?
What's the difference?
Then what? You think it gives you some kind of street cred?
Look, I get it. The whole thing. She drags me in here. You give me a big speech, I walk away a changed man. 3 days. Harvard, grow up and be a dentist.
Better than being here. I'm not asking you to love me. I already screwed up that chance long ago. I'm asking you to love yourself. You can still put the brakes on this thing.
Lincoln has so much aura, bro.
So that's what fatherly advice is like.
He's a big on-screen presence.
I got homework.
You're putting me to death, LJ. In a month's time, I'll be dead. You get that?
You're already dead to me.
That was probably one of the very first like intimate conversations they'd had, or like one of the few they've had. There's a lot about their relationship.
Yes.
What? Yes.
Yes.
That's a passionate yes.
There's just one thing.
Of course.
Mommy wants to wait till you get out.
Of course, man.
We have to get married in the church.
Okay, está bien.
Okay.
Church.
You don't want to mess with the Catholic rules, will we?
Wouldn't want to mess with the Catholic roots.
You went to Loyola.
You've been checking up on me.
After you did.
Maybe we met before, drunk at the bar somewhere.
I would have remembered.
I love all these little like sort of connections, or maybe I would have seen you. Like, there's so much at play here, and there's so many moving parts, and there's obviously all these characters are sort of weirdly connected in a way. And obviously his cellmate, obviously he provides that little bit of comedic relief thus far, but you can tell he's going to be useful in the future as well, because I feel like he's been in prison for a while, or he's been in prison for a bit, and he knows the ins and outs. Like at the beginning of the episode, gave Michael the rundown on who runs what, whose territory is who's in the prison, but he's also a great actor. Like, he provides that little bit of energy you need. So they went to the same college or university.
What?
Your blood glucose is at 50 milligrams per deciliter.
So?
It's hypoglycemic. Your body's reacting to the insulin like you're not a diabetic. You sure it's type 1 diabetes you got?
Maybe he's lying about it.
Since I was a kid.
All right. Not experiencing any tingling sensation, cold sweats, anything?
Because maybe he lied about the diabetes to get to her, to have an audience with her.
Yes. Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid.
No, I didn't. I do.
An audience with her, but also study.
Great. Well, thanks. I'm with the patient. Okay.
Also study the
I'd like to run
structure
some
of the
tests.
prison from her office.
Last thing I want is to be administering insulin to a man who doesn't need it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
At least it buys him some time in here.
Honey, he's just a friend.
No, he's not just a friend. I know Hector. I know men. Men and women can't be friends. A guy doesn't drive a girl 500 miles across state lines because he wants to be friends. Pass it over. Wrap it up.
Hey, I understand his worries.
You got nothing to worry about, okay? It's you I'm marrying.
It's not you I'm worried about.
16 more months.
Hey, it's you. Hey, it's you she's marrying, but you don't know who she's effing on the side. That's all I'm saying. She better hold it down. She better be a real one. I passion you.
Sucre tells me your local pharmacy.
Local pharmacy's insane. Sucre.
What's your name, Pugnack. I only speak English, white boy. It's an insulin blocker. Standard over-the-counter variety. You can get it at any pharmacy.
You can get that at medical then.
I can't get it at medical.
Why not?
Because they're already giving me insulin shots.
You want mixed up cracker, you know that?
Do you get it from me or not?
Well, only if you tell me why is it you want to keep going back up to medical to get an insulin shot for which you don't need.
I like the ambiance.
What?
We in business?
Love how mysterious Michael is. I love it. I love it. The thing is, what I'm curious to see, obviously, there's very few that know about his endgame. There's very few that know about his plan to get Lincoln out. But as he starts to build up these connections, are people in the prison going to get wind of what he's trying to do, who he is, being the structural engineer of the prison? And are those type of people going to want out? Because he's already leaked it to that John guy, I believe, with the Fibonacci sort of angle on the outside. And that's how he gets the favor from the inside. So he's already planted those seeds on the outside. But it's going to be interesting to see as it goes on if those type of individuals right there, like the street pharmacy guy, if he catches wind of what he's trying to do, or if they end up helping him, for instance. There's a lot of moving parts, like I said, both in and out of the prison, which is what I love. Because it keeps the storylines outside of the prison
But Abruzzi wanted me to give you this PI.
important.
Congratulations. You just
Abruzzi hooked him up. Come ti chiami, man? PI with Lincoln. And DB Cooper's there.
Kudos, Fish.
Hey, that's a little bit too close.
You got spine.
Hey, Abruzzi, that's a little bit too close, bro. Come on, man. He ain't dropped the soap yet. Come on.
All right, Cons, break it down.
Saw Veronica came by yesterday. Still engaged that guy?
Yep.
Yep.
You hadn't self-destructed.
You think I meant to knock up Lisa Rex? I was just being stupid. Hurt.
One night stand. Rebound. And got a kid out of it.
Pushed everyone away.
I'm an anchor. All I'll do is drag him down with me.
Why'd you hire him?
Keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
Hey, he ain't an op, man. He helped you on the outside. Come on.
You mean what you said earlier?
I'm not here on vacation. Trust me.
Getting outside these walls, that's just the beginning. You're gonna need money.
Yeah, you're gonna need ways to disappear.
I'll have it.
Maybe change an alias.
And people on the outside. People that can help you disappear.
DB Cooper.
I've already got him.
Exactly, like I said.
They just don't know it yet.
So many moving parts. He's organizing it.
We basically ghost wrote the whole plan. Crossed the T's, dotted the I's, grabbed the tiles.
I just want to say as well, how can you trust these people on the inside?
You've seen the blueprints.
Better than that. I've got him on me.
Are you kidding me?
That's an awesome reveal. That is an awesome reveal.
Am I supposed to be seeing something here?
Look closer.
He's got the whole thing inked out on him. Just camouflaged with the ink. Camouflaged with the ink. Oh, right. That's an insane reveal. That is great. That is great. That is an insane reveal. Because we obviously got a hint of what the ink looked like at the beginning of the episode, but it's really only the sleeve. We know he was getting a full body tap, but he inked all the prison blueprints and floor plans on his body, which is insane. And then obviously you have sort of like the digital tracing with the effects on it at the end. And then, yeah, the pan out. Oh, the extreme wide long shot of the prison. Oh, that's great. That's great. That's a great way to end an episode. That was a fantastic pilot episode. That was great. That was great, ladies and gentlemen. That was a fantastic episode of Prison Break. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I love it. I love the characters that we're introduced to. I love Michael as a protagonist already. He's cool, calm, collected. He's got a little bit of arrogance and cockiness to him, in my opinion. So it's going to be interesting to see because he thinks he's got it all laid out. But I don't think it's going to be as easy as he thinks it is. But I think he knows that there's going to be trouble. Like, I think he knows there's going to be little bumps and bruises down the road. in terms of like his overall plan and setting things in motion on the outside. You know, getting in was easy, and getting all the blueprints, and getting the whole architectural layout of the prison inked on you, that's pretty easy. All the groundwork was done on the outside, but there is going to be a few little hiccups on the inside, as you saw with Abruzzi right there. He's like, keep your enemies closer. He already sees him as an enemy, so he's still a little wary of Michael. He doesn't have that full trust in him yet. So I cannot wait to see how this season plays along, man, because you guys say season 1 of Prison Break is absolutely sensational, and I can see just from the very first pilot how intense this season is going to be, and how fantastic it is going to be. And yeah, the Prison Break stuff, the end game stuff, I'm excited to see that, obviously, eventually, to see how it all plays out. But the build-up is going to be absolutely sensational, getting all these moving parts into place. And like I was saying before, I'm intrigued in the prison stuff and the outside stuff with Veronica, and doing a little bit of deeper digging into, you know, what's going on with Sink's case. You know, what's going on with Lincoln's case on the outside. How is he being framed? What's happening? What shady shit is going on the outside? So they've established 2 storylines within the prison and outside the prison that I'm both intrigued on. So when we skip, or when we cut from the prison stuff and go to the outside stuff that, you know, Veronica is doing, or the stuff with the bishop, the Secret Service, I'm intrigued in both storylines. It's not going to be a case of like, okay, can we get back to the prison? Can we see the cool stuff with all the inmates, all the interactions? No, I'm also intrigued in what's happening on the outside as well, and all that, whatever conspiracy is going on there, whatever shady stuff's going on there. Decently filmed episode from a technical aspect. I don't think there's anything that wowed me in terms of like camera work. The lighting is fantastic. Not too vibrant, lots of natural colors and lighting. It looks very dark, gloomy, how you'd want a prison setting to be. It's not meant to be anything that has life to it. It's not meant to be vibrant. It's not meant to be Disneyland. So the color grading is fantastic. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to episode 1 of Prison Break. If you do end up seeing this, hopefully no copyright issues. That was a fantastic pilot. I absolutely adored it. It's been Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.